I've legit been playing this game non-stop for the past couple days ever since I got it, and I think I might need to get some help for it. Just recently, PETA released an entire article about the vegan guide to Animal Crossing New Horizons. Why should you care so much about what we wear in the game when you have no idea what you are talking about? Yeah, I know, it's weird for me to use gameplay footage immediately after I showed my face, but this face cam stuff takes a lot of time to set up, so instead I just wanted to use some gameplay footage. As of right now, it's almost been 3 months since I first made my video about the whole PETA versus Animal Crossing incident. And if I'm gonna be honest, this was one of my favorite videos to make out of any video that I've made so far for 2020. And thanks to you all, it became one of the most popular videos for 2020. So after I made that video, I assumed that PETA would just give up on talking about Animal Crossing, especially with all of the contradictions that they made in their article. Well, knowing PETA, I was wrong. I know they're going to do everything they can to try to take down a fictional Nintendo game that involves talking animals in which you forcibly spend fictional currency to a greedy raccoon that barely does anything to grow your fictional societal island, but before we get into that, let's get into the statistics. Ever since I released the previous video, which is the Yo Mama video in this case because the last video was the face reveal video, 70% of people who have seen that video have not yet been subscribed. So if you can subscribe and hit the notification bell, that's going to help out a lot. I know it's weird for me to talk about this in the beginning of the video, but knowing YouTube's current state, it's kind of mandatory. And with all that said, let's get into what PETA's done this time. Where we last left off, PETA made an article about the vegan guide to Animal Crossing. Most of it was contradictory, most of it was false, most of it was just very unnecessary, and overall, it was one of the worst articles I have ever read in my life. No exaggeration. And after they had released that article, they have backtracked so far back, they would probably be in the original GameCube Animal Crossing times by now. In fact, they are still trying to backtrack about it to this very day. On May 20th, 2020, exactly 1 month after I had released my video on this article, PETA posted this on Twitter, the internet.
PETA hates Animal Crossing. Don't they know it's just a game?
PETA. And then shows that last part of their original article that's still contradictory to the article to begin with. Here's the thing, PETA, although you are trying to say this and you are trying to show this one part from your entire article, you still try to argue about every single part of the fucking game. From the fishing, to the clothing, to the museum, to Tong Nook, to that fucking doghouse that you can build. Everything that I have stated and more, you have argued about and despised. You went into so much damn detail about it that it makes us question whether or not you want to even support the game to begin with. It makes me want to know if you want to stay even 6 feet apart from this game. Say all you want about wanting to support this game, but your whole ass article says otherwise. And not only that, but they also tried to argue with people that were replying about the article. Twitter user LumbagoFarmer123, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, says, quote, "It's a video game," in which PETA had responded with only 2 likes, saying, quote, "The premise of Animal Crossing New Horizons should send the important message that other animals are individuals with whom we share the world, not objects for us to exploit. We are all animals and we all deserve respect." I mean, I could see where they're coming from, but that's not the premise of Animal Crossing. The premise of Animal Crossing is to have friends with animals and build an island through New Horizons. Also, PETA, although you're trying to say that these characters are animals and they deserve respect, how come you tried to harass an owl for starting a museum, trying to give a Tanuki PTSD for his creature's past, and furthermore completely neglected the fact that there is a seagull that needs to be saved? And also neglected and the real-life chihuahuas. But who knows? Maybe neglecting and getting rid of harmless animals is just their way of giving respect. They can get away with whatever they want just so they can say, "Oh, animals are being harmed, save them." And verified Twitter user MattMinerXVX replied saying, "Come on, PETA, Animal Crossing is a game that centers around being kind to animal villagers who are equal to you, the human villager. Catching bugs and fish IRL isn't cool, but the overall message to kids is one of equality among species." PETA had responded to the tweet saying, quote, "We're big fans of the game too. 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 Our hope is that Animal Crossing encourages people to feel closer to the animals we share our planet with, whether we advocate for them in real life or in Animal Crossing. No act of kindness is too small to count." It surprises me how many times they can contradict themselves in just 280 characters. Oh yeah, you're right, PETA. Stealing a chihuahua from a harmless family is totally a true way to give respect to animals. Now, some of you assume that I can just end the video here. They've already done enough to just ruin their career. But it looks like, that's not the case, because their hatred for Animal Crossing even leaks onto their TikTok. Sometime around May of 2020, the official PETA TikTok had uploaded a video of them taking over Blathers' museum in New Horizons. And if you're wondering what I'm talking about, here is the entire video in its 30-second glory. Yeah, it's pretty bad. There is quite a lot that we need to unpack here. Literally, one of the things that they reply with is Blathers encourages villagers to take fish out of their natural habitats so he could trap them in tiny tanks.
Cancelled.
First of all, you completely neglect the fact that he also likes to take insects too. You worthless fuck. And second, here's the thing. The reason that he's putting these fish in these aquariums is because you're giving them to him. At the very beginning of the game, the only way that Blathers can start his museum is for you to give him fish that you yourself have caught. So the only person that you could blame is yourself, because you were the ones that were giving the fish to him so he could put them in the aquarium. And it also looks like you've gotten pretty damn far with that too, considering that you have a ton of fish in your aquarium. So do you just have some kind of two-sided mindset in which you switch it on to catch the fish and switch it off to despise the fact that you caught the fish to give it to him? What kind of logic does that make? Also, remember those parts in the article in which you said that all animals should be given respect? Here you are, threatening and harassing an owl. A fucking owl. Not only that, but in the daytime too, where it needs to be sleeping and is most vulnerable. You all are heartless monsters. If you don't want him to have the aquarium, just don't fucking give him the fish to begin with. Jesus. Also, throughout the video, it looks like they're wearing some kind of custom DIY designed PETA shirts, which I'm surprised they're not conscious about what materials are made out of that either. Also, speaking of shirts, Teespring! Yes, it's time for the mandatory Teespring plug, and oh boy, do we have a lot of merchandise to go through. We now have some retro CRT designs, which I love. It's a whole trilogy of them. One of them is the DLT Super Show, the other is a Stranger Things-esque spooky television with some glowing eyes in the middle, and the other is a nice little feature presentation shirt. All of which come with the same amount of shirts, long sleeves, hoodies, and stickers, and tote bags. We also did a new meme design recently, and it's for the iconic Only a Spoonful Vine. This one was voted by some random people on Twitter, so thank them for this design. And to celebrate the release of these new designs, we now have a new promo code. If you use the code DTSTAYHOME, yes, I'm bringing this code back, you get 50% off of your purchase, and this code ends on July 24th.
This video was sponsored by Raycons.
God damn it.
I'm sorry, I couldn't help it.
Raycon Shadow Legends. Nah, but for real though, I have to thank you all for supporting me through buying some of the merch at Teespring. I'm really happy to be starting this merch line, and supporting me through this can help push videos a little bit further. So what are you waiting for? Go get yourself some merch over at teespring.com/stores/DOTG. Alright, back to the end of the video. As you can tell by now, I am seriously blown away by how many times they have contradicted themselves over the past 3 or 4 months. From the articles, to the backtracking, to the TikTok video, they want to do everything they can to try to take down this seemingly innocent game. Keyword game, because the shit that they do to real life animals is actually far worse compared to the shit that they do in video games. I'm really hoping that this is the last video that I ever make about the whole PETA versus Animal Crossing stuff, because if they do anything more in the future, I am going to be furious. But hey, who knows? I could probably make another video. But listen, PETA, if you don't know what this whole Animal Crossing thing is about, it's about a fictional game that involves fictional talking animals in which you give fictional currency to a fictional raccoon, in which you can catch fictional insects and fictional bugs and give them to a fictional owl for a fictional museum. Everything about this game is fictional. None of it is real. I wish I could probably make $10 just from selling a blue fucking flower, but I can't. Can I? Am I able to talk to animals in perfect English? No, I can't. Am I able to fit an entire great white shark in my pocket? No, I can't! Everything about this game is supposed to be unrealistic, despite all the amazing shaders and graphics and details and whatnot that they put into it. Please stop trying to take everything so seriously, and please just let us have our fun. I should be able to catch as many insects and catch as many fish as I want, because in the end, they still keep on generating. And the only thing that you are generating is anger and idiocy. Get the f*** out of our only source of a pleasant distraction for 2020 and leave us the f*** alone. But I want to hear what you think. What are your thoughts on the whole PETA versus Animal Crossing thing? What are your thoughts on the article? What are your thoughts on the TikTok video? Tell me all of that in the comments. And if you have any other suggestions for what you want me to talk about next, and if you have any fan art that wants to submit to me, you can submit it all via Twitter, Discord, or in the comment section below. We're really trying to do our best to get more people to go onto the Discord server, so if you can go onto that, that would be amazing. And if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, and if you're new, the subscribe button, and the notification bell so you'll be notified whenever I upload a video. Hopefully I can make a new video by the time I get verified. And if you want to support me even further, you can go over to my Ko-fi or my Teespring. Both will be in the description below. Again, any support can really help, and any support from then will help push videos even further and faster. I know I've only posted one video throughout the entirety of June, but it's because I've been dealing with a lot of stress. I've been trying to also keep up with 12th grade, getting that over with. I finally graduated and stuff, so now I can finally focus on videos. Also, if some of you are wondering why this video is a little bit shorter compared to my previous videos, it's not only because of the fact that there wasn't that much to deal with here, but it's also because of an interesting thing that's going on behind the scenes. A little while back, I had posted a tweet saying that YouTube should change their mid-roll ad system, so instead of a 10-minute video to get to mid-roll ads, instead it could be 7 to 8 minutes long. And just recently, I had gotten an email from YouTube saying that they are indeed going to make the minimum length for mid-roll ads 8 minutes long, which is insane. I had pretty much just predicted the future, and I thought it was pretty cool. So yeah, expect videos to now be 8 minutes instead of 10 minutes, but I can also add some stuff to make the video 10 minutes if it's ever possible. But with all that said, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Alright, so I wanted to try something new and create a little blooper reel for the end of the video. This is going to be a blooper reel for that very long running joke that was at the beginning of the video. It took a lot of takes and it was very fun to record. And also in the recording is my friend Vinny, who you also heard a moment ago in the Teespring ad, so I hope you all enjoy it. I know they're going to be doing more in the future to take down a game that has talking f***ing animals, but before that happens, let's discuss this.
Just take a minute.
Follow up.
You having a bit of trouble there, buddy?
I am assuming they're going to be doing some more stuff in the future to try to take down a fictional Nintendo game that involves talking animals.
Ma!
I'm fucking writing this down.
Mom! You left the oven on!
I know they're going to be trying their best to try to take down a fictional Nintendo game that... I know they're going to be doing everything they can to take down a fictional Nintendo game that involves talking animals in which you forcibly spend fictional currency to a greedy raccoon that barely does anything to grow your fictional societal island.
You can do it.
I know they're going to be doing everything they can to take down a fictional Nintendo game that involves talking animals in which you forcibly...
Lightning speed!
I know they're gonna be doing everything they can to take down... I can't do it! I know they're gonna be doing everything they can to take down a fictional Nintendo game that involves talking... I know they're gonna be doing everything they can to take down a fictional Nintendo game that involves talking animals in which you force... Damn it! I can't stop laughing. I know they're gonna be doing everything they can to take down a fictional... I know they're gonna be doing everything they can to take down a fictional Nintendo game that involves talking animals in which you forcibly spend fictional currency to a greedy raccoon that barely does anything to grow your fictional style island. Ah! I know they're gonna be doing everything they can to take down a fictional Nintendo game that involves talking animals in which you forcibly... I know they're going to be doing everything they can to take down the fictional...
Dan!
What?
Slow down.
I know they're going to do everything they can to try to take down a fictional Nintendo game that involves talking animals in which you forcibly spend fictional currency to a greedy raccoon that barely does anything to grow your fictional societal island. But before we get into that, let's get into the statistics. Woo!
Yeah.
Yes!
You did it.
Woo!
I only took like 100 twice.
Yeah.
Thank you.